Cool. I'm recording now. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, sweet as. You got a new album coming out in 2 weeks' time. It's called The Concrete Confessional. Can you tell us a bit about the album?
Yeah, we recorded it back in like October, November. We worked with Zeus again. He did a great job on. I mean, he's been working with us since Perseverance. He engineered Perseverance, but produced Rise of Brutality and Supremacy, and we trust him. He's a guy who could say like, okay, this sucks, or this isn't Hatebreed, or do this again, and without like being too much of a dick, but being just enough of a dick where you want to do right. And so I think we were able to make another solid record that's heavy in the face, has some new ingredients, but not too left of center from anything we've done, and has the big songs, has the stuff that's going to resonate with people, has the riffs and the beats that really give you a charge. And I think that's what people want out of the Hatebreed record. They want something that's going to slam, and I really feel like it's pretty slamming, all throughout.
Sweet. I'm a big fan of the documentary maker Sam Dunn. He did the Metal Headbangers Journey. He also got a new section on his YouTube channel where he categorizes bands, and apparently you guys are the most hardcore band of all time. I'm not sure if you saw that, but you feel complimented that you represent everything about the genre in its traditional sense.
What was that? We were the what?
He has a section on his YouTube channel where he has his metal family tree, he calls it, and it all starts from Black Sabbath with the original metal, and each category, he puts the top 10 bands in it, and I think Hatebreed were the number one in hardcore metal, and apparently you guys, you sum it up perfectly. I just wondered what you thought about that.
Well, I have an immense respect for that guy and all the work that he's done and the support of everything. I mean, we need more people like that, especially putting out quality products and putting out like well thought out stuff, with an editorial process, but also visually with sound. That's important to me. What was the thing that he did? I think it was for Iron Maiden, right? He did something.
I did the Tour 666 documentary about them. There's a few things, yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, man, this not only did this take discipline and passion, but it really took a lot of knowledge of visual technology as far as the cameras, and then sound design. I mean, I really thought it was just really well done. The little animations and the little added things in there, everything was great. So, I mean, that means a lot to me. I think we need to be more supportive of every aspect of heavy metal and heavy hardcore music and everything that goes into it, whether it's the magazines, the radio shows, the podcasts, the documentaries, the books. It's all a medium for us to have our art and our stuff out there, right? And we need to be less divisive, more inclusive, and the more opportunities we get, the better the final product is going to be, and I would love to see a 13-year-old kid see something that Sam Dunn has done and go, wow, I want to do that. I love the music too. And then, the more YouTube channels, the more documentaries, the more books, the more magazines, the more radio shows we get, the less we are going to be looked at as the Kill Your Mother music and the Outsiders and the things like that. music that's actually written by people together and art that's created, for these albums and for these backdrops and the design for the stage shows, all this stuff is done by such creative, intelligent people, but yet we get very little love from mainstream media and very little acceptance from mainstream society, which is a shame. I think everything post glam metal, like glam metal was the closest to heavy music being accepted on a massive scale, and that's kind of sad if you think about it, because that selling of that lifestyle of the sex, drugs, and rock and roll it was kind of a facade in a way. The average person was never going to achieve that, but the average person can start a punk rock band. So you would think that punk rock or hardcore would be more prestigious because people could. It actually is accessible, but for whatever reason, a lot of people just want to have this celebrity worship or this fame and money worship or this, this stuff that stuff never really resonated with me.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm one of those people, like, I work a day job and we have to listen to commercial radio all day, and it completely sucks. And there's a part of me that thinks, it's great that, metal's its own scene and we don't want anything to do with the mainstream, but at the same time, when you've got to listen to Lady Gaga for 8 hours straight, be like, it would be cool if they, played some Slayer or some Metallica alongside these songs. Do you think it's, would you like to be more accepted by the mainstream, or do you think it's, better off just having metal as its own separate group?
Well, yeah, it's like for me to be my authentic self and to be doing interviews and to be in the public eye and to have a small amount of fame, I realize that my words carry weight, and so to make sure that my words aren't taken out of context and to make sure that I'm understood, it's not that I want to be played alongside Lady Gaga or I want to be considered the same type of artist, and I have an immense amount of respect for her. Mm-hmm. And I have, there are pop and mainstream artists that I feel are doing something valuable with their voice. It's just that I want to turn on a film and not, or turn on the TV and see a commercial. And why do I hear dubstep in every fucking thing? It's because dubstep is, or whatever, EDM is popular. EDM is trendy. EDM sells. And so whatever happened to actually exposing music to new people, and regardless of the commerce, regardless of the sale, it's like, like I've always wanted to have a song in WWE. And now, but WWE realizes that in order to have the widest reach to the widest audience, to the most demographics, they need the music that speaks to the widest audience. So naturally, they're going to go with a country artist or a hip hop artist or a pop artist. But metal, we are not excluding people. We're not trying to be exclusive. We're trying to be inclusive. But if we don't have the exposure, how can we be more inclusive? It's like we need some of these bigger companies to take a risk on us and then maybe open the gateway. Like if Revolution Pictures, do you know how many people said to me, I didn't even know what hardcore or heavy metal was until I saw the movie Triple X. And so Revolution Pictures, Universal Pictures, Universal Music, they took that risk of saying, yeah, you know what, we're going to put Rammstein in the movie, we're going to put Johnny Pool, we're going to put Hatebreed, and then for a while there was a great synergy. Universal did a great thing with the synergy with their films, with Godsmack and the Scorpion King, and with Triple X, and there was a lot of other stuff. I mean, Roadrunner did a great job too with the synergy between, Freddy versus Jason and Killswitch and El Nino and us, and then we also, we did the Punisher. Now, like Wind Up, great company, who they, with the Punisher, they were able to get us, Evanescence, Johnny. I mean, I have a Punisher gold plaque for that soundtrack, and because they knew, comic fans, there's a crossover with metal fans, but without a great intellectual thinker, without somebody willing to take risks in a lot of these bigger companies, I don't know if we're going to continue to see these opportunities. Like, I would love to turn on Netflix and have a Hatebreed song appear in Jessica Jones or Daredevil or Orange is the New Black or any of these Netflix, and I would give the song for free. I would sign gratis rights, for them to use the song. But you have to create that opportunity. You have to be able to network. And so in order to network with people, you have to take meetings. And so you say, hey, I'm the guy from Hatebreed. To some executive, they're like, what? That sounds scary. Like you have to get in the door first, and then you have to be able to make these things happen. And so it's going to take more than just me.
Yeah, for sure. And then you were actually the host of Headbangers Ball for a good 5 years. Does that show still exist? I don't really ever watch MTV, but do they play music videos at all now? And what was that experience like representing, someone such a big company like MTV?
It was great. It was great. I don't think my podcast would have had the success if it wasn't for that. It opened up a lot of doors. I feel like it really created careers. Like, I don't think Avenged Sevenfold or As They Lay Dying or Killswitch or Lamb of God or Shadows Fall or Atreyu or a lot of these bands, I don't think they would have had the trajectory without a show like that. And it's not on anymore. I don't think MTV2 even plays music anymore. I think it's a lot of scripted reality shows like Robin Big and Teenage and Pregnant, or I don't really know. I haven't checked it in a while. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think the relationship between TV and music, it's a tough one, the way that the publishing has to be paid out, the way the administering has to be done. And, the idea that people want to watch music videos a la carte on YouTube is pretty sunken in now. So unless you had an editorial voice or a host that was a real, tastemaker, right? Like if you had like a Dave Grohl, right? Like if Dave Grohl gives somebody a nod of approval, that carries a lot of weight, right? Mm-hmm. So if somebody like Dave Grohl wanted to host like a new version of Headbangers Ball, it could probably work. But I just, other than that, I really don't know. I don't know if it'd be possible to ever do it again.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. Some more news that's been going around the internet in the last week, and it looks like it could be true, is Axl Rose is going to be fronting AC/DC for a few shows. I know they've rehearsed together. I love both those bands. I'm just wondering, what do you think of it? Would you watch it? Do you think it's a good idea?
Yeah, I'll check it out. I want to say that I wish Brian Johnson the best. I've been going to the ear, nose, and throat doctor since like 2010, and I'm due for another checkup. And I think it's kind of every singer's like worst fear, singer, screamer, broadcaster, anybody, voiceover talent, anybody who's doing anything where their business and their livelihood is their voice. It's always in the back of your head. So I really hope he makes a full recovery. I hope he's okay, and I hope that the drama and the clickbait and the stuff that we're seeing online, I hope it's not as bad as what it seems. As far as Axl singing for AC/DC, it doesn't have the excitement as like if like a Mark Tornillo or somebody who's like more of an underdog, I think I would be more excited about. Like, you know, I don't know. Somebody, like, I would have liked to see a rags to riches type of story rather than a bunch of millionaires, you know, kind of doing AC/DC covers, or I don't know. I respect Axl. I like his voice. I think his voice will be fine for AC/DC songs. I'll want to check it out. Yeah. But I'm not like jumping out of my seat. If you told me Mark from Accept got the gig, I would be losing my mind. I would be so freaking happy because I love those. I love the last 3 Accept records. They're fucking great. Like Stalingrad, Stampede is pretty good. But, you know, I like an underdog story.
Yeah, he definitely had the voice for it too. I agree with you 100% on that one. I'm just not sure. How much time do I have left? Do you have more interviews coming up?
Yeah, I got about 8 minutes.
Okay, yeah, no worries. Well, I'll just ask a few more questions. You've been to Australia quite a few times. I saw you guys, it was a couple of years ago now. I think it was a Soundwave or something like that. Is there any plans on coming back anytime soon?
No plans just yet, but I feel like if we have a really strong first week, if we could really spread the word of mouth and get people out to the store to get this new Hatebreed record, I feel like we could get there sooner. If the sales are there and the buzz is there, the promoters are going to feel that, the local venues are going to feel that. If the social media is there, we're going to have no problem. And you know what I always say is like, look, you can't count on festivals to always be there, but you can always count on Hatebreed. And so we built this up where, and we've done this in the States, where no matter what festival comes or goes, you're still going to get a Hatebreed headline tour. And so in order to do that in Australia, we need everybody to buy the records. And if that happens, if we can have the same support in Australia like we do in the States as far as the record sales, then I think we can come and we can put together a great package, and then you don't have to go see us at Warped Tour with, you know, 100 pop punk bands that you might not be that fond of. And, you know, if anything, you know, and that's not a knock, you know, it's not a knock to anybody saying, oh, well, if you came to Warped Tour, well, maybe we would be coming now. That's not a knock. I get why people didn't go to Warped Tour. I understand why people didn't go. But they have to understand that now you see, will we ever get another Australian Warped Tour?
Well, at the moment, Australia doesn't have any major music festival. Soundwave got cancelled because, I don't know, the promoter owed a lot of people some money and had to pull out of it. So, yeah, we don't have a festival at all. But they're trying to organise, a new one called Legion Fest, and it's going to be all crowd-funded and stuff. So I think that might be coming up.
Right. So you understand that the festivals might come and go. Big Day Out is gone. Warped Tour is gone. Soundwave is gone. We've done them all. But if we continue to have the support, we can be DIY. If we sell the records, we can be DIY. We can come. We can put together a great package. And we just need the support. And I feel confident. I think we have a strong album that the fans are going to enjoy. And I think, you know, give it a month or two, I think we might be able to make something happen.
Yeah, man, it'll be really cool if you could come down. I'll be up at the front row taking photos, and it's been a while since I've seen you guys live, so I'd definitely be keen to come along again and check it out.
That'd be awesome, man. We appreciate it.
Okay, cool, man. Well, I better let you get on with the rest of your interviews. I don't want to hold you up any. So, man, it's been really good talking to you. Really interesting points you made, and I'll be posting out the interview sometime over the weekend, so I can post it up on Facebook if you want a copy.
Great. Well, thanks so much. I appreciate the time, and hopefully we'll see you sooner than later.
Okay, cool, man. See you, Jamey.
All right, take care.